All right, look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw, we're just going to talk about two different sides, okay? I'm not going to relate myself to a movie called Lucy with Scarlett Johansson, where, you know, they talk about in it if the human has potential to unlock certain cerebral components, then they can unlock so much. Well, it's funny because we talk about this AI brain. This is what it is. That's what it is. Okay? It's a one group. That's what it is. The same way that you're going to have in nature, you're going to have each life form represents a spirit group conscience. But see, the thing is you won't be able to understand that because, you know, in the schools there's no animals. So, and they'll tell you, they'll say, well, Nita, it's like, no, this needs to go away. I'm going to show you two different sides. Okay, one's going to be Ahrimanic and Luciferic, and one's going to be godlike. Because we're just going to use those terms, even though we're going to talk about unseen spirit. I'll still use words that try to keep the community or whoever's watching connected. There we go. Because we're looking at this from two different sides. Okay, you have to understand something. This right here, this is made of water. This is made of water. This has more water in it than anything. Your anatomy does, and the brain especially. So it's very important to put into here what it's made of, because this is pia matter. And we can build that through leaves and different stuff in nature. That is spirit. Or we can put stuff in there to destroy it, which is spirit. So once we can understand that this is water, it's basically water, but you're not taught that. It's more important than anything. And if you can't see that, then you need to leave right now, because you're beyond ignorant. So, and water over here, we've got this. Over here we've got stored water. But what this is, if you know where certain ones are, truthfully what it is it's covered up water centers that were there. Yeah. And some are, you know, to where people might say, oh no, my great, and so on. Well, I understand. But what you don't understand is that they covered up what they don't want us to know about. It's like where I go get some. It's a mounted structure. It's what it is. And it's literally coming up everywhere. Okay? So, and that water is connected, to all that life out there. It's connected to everything out there. The water's all around you, everywhere. Even when we go back to the beginning of the true evolution, the Saturn separating, sun, moon, earth is where we're at now. There was water then. That same water is that, which is spirit. Now, to the dummies, let me ask you a question. Okay, people make fun of me. So, in the act of me, and we should be using glass instead of plastic, but this is where we are in this world now. Glass ceiling. Oh, yeah. So, the act of being out, being empty of water. Okay? You have been trained over here. All right? Before, what you know now is in the stores is water bottles. It was just the faucets and the water hoses. You know, there were some wells, but they were man-made. They're not marbled out and everything to where the water back then was literally, you drank it and right, now everything we drink now just goes, it makes you mad, angry. It's got chemicals in it. But anyways, those waters through evolution is still that. Now, let's look over here. So when you go to the store, what you do is the act of going to the store is you got to use money. You've got to use money and then buy it. Now, what kind of a spirit would make you buy water? Not only that, to eradicate what was once ours and then put water towers up over here. What I'm trying to tell you is the act. The act of any one person making any effort to take it upon themselves, however far the travel is, the walk, the whatever it is, okay, that action alone is spirit driven, because the act alone is going and doing something that is there. And just look at the animals. If you look at the life around those, the life form, the grass and whatever, it's so green and perfect. Yeah, and so that's, just look at your organs. So let's put that into the organs. And then these people, this Ahrimanic being tells you, has it been tested? Has it been tested? Even though they're sitting there with a soda in their hand, going, has it been tested? See, he's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy. You see what I mean? It's no warning on that label on the soda. But yet in their head, they know that it causes something, but it can't be that bad because it said it. The CDC and them said it's okay, but they don't let you know about that. So you are this Ahrimanic being. I'm giving you a small example. People going to the store and just throwing waters in there with plastic and everything and having to pay for it. There's no, what is in it? What is in the bottle? Nothing. What is in this? All 12 mineral cell salts are in that. Then when you're cremated, all 12 are left in the cremated ashes. Over here, when you're cremated, there ain't nothing left in there that you've ever ate, drank, medicated with, or anything, except for the 12 mineral cell salts in the ashes. So whether you deny it or not over here with the Ahrimanic behavior, when you die and if you're cremated, guess what? You'll be left made of everything that you said that we're full of shit of. So the evidence will be there when you were roasted. And then I got a new saying. When you go, you'll know. Just tell it to people. When you go, you'll know. See, this is literally, it's funny. Because it's supposed to snow big time here tomorrow, so everybody's freaking out. So they're buying everything out. And I went ahead and filled up some water. Did my normal thing. Because see, when you put them in a 5-gallon jug and then break it down into smaller jugs, it takes time. And see, in time is what we give AI. People laugh at the act of being involved around this that's literally been there throughout the course of time. It's the same water. It's been charging everything that's even turned all the gemstones, minerals, whatever into stuff like this. That alone has helped create this. And that's the thing is I'm as strong as this. I can't explain that. So when you dedicate certain time around that, that's designed around spirit. Plus you're consuming it. Plus the brain is made, it wants that. It doesn't get that over here, even if you get the water in the store. So the act over here is we're going to the store, throw it in there, let's go home, we're going out to the games, we're going to fuck off. All right, there's a spirit in there. That's the worldly demonic being. And the whole family's corrupted with it. The whole family. Go to any store, any snack aisle right now, it's sold out. All of the boxes of plastic wrappers, taste good stuff is sold out. There's apples everywhere in there. Bananas, potatoes. That's a spirit of the world. That's the one that causes the medical industry to be where it is. If they're over here, it would be the opposite. The whole section produce would be sold out. This would all be left. But instead, this demonic world that you're in it's this world with the water towers and all that. It's not real. That's just for the generations to grow into. Go look, that's where it comes from. Let's go be a dummy. Let's listen to the radio. And that's the thing is look, I can go back through time and I can see. It's hard. I can't explain that to you, but I know and they know. But I can see societies and how they were set up and how they controlled them and everything. That's one of the gifts. And when you don't have anything else around on purpose other than newspapers there's the store, there's magazines everywhere. Oh, we got to get home to the radio. This is before TV, you know. Let's sit around the radio. They made sure that everybody got around that radio. And then that penetrated the eardrums, charged the cerebrum into, you know, they were pushing cigarettes, saying all doctors say it's good. Some of y'all are old enough to remember ads going, hell yeah, do it. It's the same thing with the Pfizer vaccines. It's like, everybody trust Pfizer, come on. And that's the only thing they do is they just get on their fucking satanic fake AI shit that's connected to all these fake demonic goy, and they just keep repeating shit, and their brains are connected to AI. That's it. And they're the host of a fucking demon, and they just sit there and absorb this shit over and over. That's who they become, and they're so paralyzed they don't know that every day they're like, I'm ready to get up. Let me get my plastic bottle, my controlling medicine. Yeah, I need this because I've heard the commercial a million times yesterday, and I'll hear it again today a million times. But Matt's crazy. He's crazy. See, I've gave my life to learning this right here. That brain is an intellectual demonic brain over here. It's had chemicals. It's not coming out of it. That's what I've told you. It won't listen. It's AI. They're not human. That's why they're called goy. Over here, you're broken. And see, truthfully, if you can see this, then you do have that shit that they're talking about, like in Lucy, the movie. You need to fucking watch it and listen to what they say at the end. They tell you everything in their movies. And these dumb goy will go, hey, it's crazy, it's just a movie. Is it? Then why are you always sitting in front of a box with voices coming out of it, just sitting there watching it? It's because, look, when it was first suggested to me to stop watching TV for a year and to study symbols, I said the same thing you would. You're crazy. Because for a month, I mean, look, I'm coming out of alcoholism. And I thought that was a pull. Shit. You'll slowly... I remember it went from watching certain channels to cutting them to thinking these channels are okay. And then learning channels is black magic. Channeling into the optic nerve, programming with emotions. And then moving that host and that individual anywhere. Creating the little goy around dolls and toys and all these upside down pentagrams that have to do with fucking Satan, truthfully. And then that little demon, it can be nice as it can be, but it's a little materialistic, demonic. Hey, don't you being crazy? Yeah, Disney. See, Disney controls them. That's the whole thing. That's the black magic. That fucking current that comes through the AI controls every one of these little fucking demons that they've fucking turned into black magic from the very beginning. And then the mothers, they go, I need this. They go right there. They're a robot. Here, give it to me. And then that corrupts the DNA of the child. There goes the soul before it's even put into this world. That's why it's a fucking goy. It's because it doesn't have a brain. From its very existence, there's billboards everywhere. Pictures, images, goddamn, I'm consumed with them. I'm a baby. And now the dummies are here. Now all these babies, before they ain't even saying, Ahriman. You give it 5 more years. This is the same thing they did in Rome. And not just Rome, they do it everywhere. In different forms. America was really, the English term is a demon. It's a cast over the whole nation. Nation represents materialism, nationalism. See, you ingrain a human with nationalism, even though there's melted structure underneath us that they don't want us to know about. So they're going to plant you there and then create nationalism. And you repeat it over and over. And then that soul is a worldly Ahrimanic demon that will not let that shit go. Nobody will let it go. And when you break down that word, it's Nat, N-A-T, because we're represented as gnats. Research ion, I-O-N. That represents what we're building this structure. We are a human anatomy, but a very sick human anatomy. A very one-sided, Ahrimanic, Luciferic, it's only this way, Matt. I can be dummy. Skechers, and people are not even tying their shoes anymore. They're just fucking like this now. Eating all these chemicals and substances and going, don't listen to him. You see all of our money. You see all of our money. I can see the family trees. I can see the hard work from 1 or 2 individuals. And then as it gets down to these right here, this is what your black magic is. They start out, these first 2 generations will flourish with money. But then here comes these fucking dummy AI ones, and then the money it just goes away. Because truthfully, if it was real, they would teach you how to let's keep it in there. No. They started out branded. This is a brand. See, that's our whole point. If you can't see this brand, what did they do to slaves? Branded them. They don't do that anymore. Now we wear them. It went down just like how Rome fell and came up as the Vatican. Slavery went down and then came up as the world you're in right now. The biggest ever. Every nation has commerce birth certificates, which means you're an animal. If you can't see that, we can't help you. And see, intellectualism represents Ahriman. See, very satanic people wrote out all these careers. Without your fast foods and chemicals and everything you eat and drink, you wouldn't fucking be sick and you wouldn't have careers. So they write them out. So everything that we represent, that we tell you, especially this, that goes in there and it goes through the whole anatomy and charges it. Over here, it doesn't do anything, it just passes through you. And then you combine everything else shit, and here it attacks the organs. And the organs are the nations. Yeah, in the Bible it says, and Jesus went to heal the nations. That means he come out of here with the oil that y'all don't know anything about, the Christos. But you use Crisco, oil that destroys the oil. I'm serious. So he comes out to heal the nations, depending on what you put in you. Okay? Now, this is an Ahriman demon. I'm serious. If you can understand what impressions mean, like you've heard, well, they made an impression on me. They really made an impression on me. Well, that's the whole thing is when a child sees them commercial after commercial of a can and people drinking it going, it tastes good, it's refreshing. That's black magic. That's conditioning that host, that little bitty human Ahrimanic dummy, into realizing that that's the norm. Don't ever question it. It should have warning labels on every one of them saying this causes X, Y, Z, Z, this, but it doesn't. And the trick is for the host to be in the black magic to where they just go, don't listen to him. But listen, he's saying it needs a label on it. No, it don't. Don't worry about it, because that means we're wrong. And if we're wrong, that means we have to look at ourselves. But since we're a fucking demon, we don't have a conscience because we're led by AI. Do you see this, Matt? This is our God now. and all of our fake money and all of our fake structures and all of our fake careers. That's God, Matt. You ought to see them fucking coming at me. And I said it. I'm going to be punished severely by these little Ahrimanic demons. And like I said, they come in all shapes and sizes, and all these Jesuits, they control them through their structures and through their careers and all that. They got rid of the trade schools to bring in, because you got all this AI coming. So what built this world, whatever, trade schools, getting rid of it because we've got to have the world is literally, they over fucking flooded the world with more human, dumb, goy, Ahrimanic beings, so they got to put them into the AI so they can create the AI consciousness to make it complete. It's already there. The newspapers is black magic. It's created so you read that, so you ponder on that all day going, man, I wish I was a millionaire all day long. As a kid, grow into it instead of waking up and going, damn, I got another day. Let me look up. Let me get up early enough. Damn, there's Leo. There's fucking Jupiter. There's Saturn. Hell yeah. Let me see. That's it. Nope. Sorry. We're going to cut that off. We're going to cut that connection and make those eyes connected to black fucking magic. Because we are black magic fucking magicians. Dark art magicians. Satanic fucking dark art magicians. And you're going to obey, Goy. And you're going to obey and you're going to get Matt. Go get him. You protect that world in you. That's right, because when you go over, we're fucking destroying your souls. And everybody that goes will know. You know, so, I mean, look. You got to get in. Look, this is mistletoe. It's funny, the other day on the golf course, because it was just laying there, and it's in the trees everywhere. But this is big time, man. It's big time shit, and this is spirit. This is spirit, and people will go, he is crazy. And it's like, you're Ahriman. Go grab a phone. Look, I'm sitting here holding God. He's crazy here. Oh, look, there he is. See how crazy Matt is? I'm an AI demon. An AI consciousness. I'm already there. I just don't know it. You got a boy that can see every fucking thing that they're doing. It's hard to tell you. I can see it all. It's just fucking crazy. Look, here's the AI consciousness. The student, which goes through the 12 grades, 12 constellations. Once it goes through this schooling, it gets to graduation. So it's 18. All right, so here's streams. All right, in this system, they're taught to only go in one direction if they're going to chase something. That's what I'm saying. So you got all these dummies with just one career. And that's how they make. Well, of course. No. I can go in. I can destroy every fucking one of them. That's what I'm saying. This goy Ahrimanic being only has one direction. So they come through here and then go this direction. And then the whole time they've learned everything inside, program their consciousness, everything inside with AI. All their emotions comes from AI, movies, everything. It's all satanic. Every fucking bit of it. All of it. Every bit of it. It's black magic. Black magic was called ABC 1, 2, 3. And your alphabet is ABC 1, 2, 3. We can show you through gematria, but you can't understand it. Like we said, you don't have parts of your brain unlocked. You don't. AI won't allow it. Plus the pills, the chemicals and everything, the fast foods, energy drink, everything, you can't see it because you're not fucking connected. So they just have one. That's it. And they come through here never learning anything. Not about no water, nothing. There's vending machines in there. They're just a demon. That's it. It's not hard. And they're very fucking, these now are, they'll lash out at you. It's what the AI is doing. It's going all into them. So once they come through school, everything that they've put into their eyes, optic nerve, ears, and all that, now they come out here. You know how fucking childish this little AI demon is? That's why they can't understand anything. They don't have no skills. They've gone through that, and the only thing they've ever done is went eyes down, head down. Never looking up. Ever. That's why these are invented, is to keep the head down and to upload black magic, emotions, thought, everything, and then to guide that host everywhere. And then it's up to the huge structures to sell the fucking lies. Boy, if the church could only see, I ought to do a video on and call it, "This is the church and what you have allowed into your ass." show the church traditionally, and then over the past 100 years, how you have literally put your fucking head straight into Satan. Big time. And the whole time, it's been snakes up there at the pulpit, sitting up there sounding good, looking good. You've been warned even in our scripture. But yet you go off of what you've only ever known, which is this bullshit over here. This is y'all's lives. I am shunned. I have been flushed out of my surroundings around here because of the way that I choose to live. I've told them, I said, I'd understand if I was 120, 50, 200 pounds overweight, if I sat around and was fucking lazy, and I was pathetic, and all this other shit, but that's y'all. Y'all, as a collective, like I've told my family, I'm like, y'all represent a group conscience of patheticism. The business is one fucking group conscience of patheticism. And here y'all all are. By God, I got better when I got away. And I've tried to tell everybody, whatever it is that you're involved with, okay, it's up to you to make the environment, I hate to say this because it sounds like that, but not just safe, but it has to be structured. It has to be disciplined. But see, these fucking businesses now are getting all these fucking dummies in there. It doesn't matter where they are. Well, they learn it in there. They should have been taught how to fucking work. Get on your hands and knees and start scrubbing that shit with some socks on your fucking hands for 2 days. Shit like that's what built this in me. Hey, he's being aggressive. Arimon. Jesus. I said it. Arimon. Jesus. And these over here will come at you. And like I said, this isn't zero. We can turn it way up. But I'm trying to make this as easy as possible because I know the brain and how they've developed it in you. I know that the brain and the heart took a while to put together by... You just don't know. And the further y'all are away, then the more you don't give a fuck at all. And the thing is when you come into this world on this side, you gather all these materialistic forces and then you go back to the other side. Instead of coming over here and gathering all these forces and contemplating nature and God and all this, how it works together. And you'll tell me this over here. I can just Google all that. That's what I'm saying. You don't have it in you. You don't have it in you. If you got it in you, there ain't going to be nobody around you. I can tell you that. You'll be like that fucking woodpecker out here that I got behind my house. And that's another thing too. Is just watching nature. But what brought this about more, this video, was the guy pulled up this morning. I was getting water and he goes, "Excuse me." And he's young. I think he's around 30. And I was like, "Sure." He goes, "So what's going on here, man? I see people here all the time." You know, and I said, "Well, how old are you?" He said, 32. And I said, "Well," I said, "it's been here for a while. So everybody's lived around here traditionally, because now there's neighborhoods everywhere. Everywhere there's neighborhoods. It should tell you, because it's overpopulating against reset. And all them dumb houses they're building now drive by going, oh, they're crazy." See, that's them. But yeah, you got old timers going there living to be 100, they live to be 60, 50, 40, die from heart attacks and everything. And they'll say, "Oh no, they caught it, man. They caught it. I was a doctor, they caught it." If you're in a medical positions, why are y'all overweight and pathetic? What the fuck can you promote? Healthcare? No, that's that. You're sick care. You're pathetic. But he said, "What is it?" And what it was is his Arimonic nature was getting overran by God. He said, "I've been driving by and I see people." And see, that's the thing is the Arimons just drive by, which are everywhere. And then the curious ones, conscious, curious, cure. Your wording is so backwards too. That means you're coming out of the lure of the Arimonic world that you're in. And so he just sat there and I was like, "Look," I said, "Do you know what water towers are?" "Yeah, there's for us, right?" And I said, "No, they're put up there for those generations to grow into, to go, look, there's water." And but anyways, it was a good conversation because I blew his mind. I was like, he was just sitting there going, because I just kept popping shit off and said, see all that green stuff? That's what your insides look like drinking that. I said, you see some of these animals around here? See the coat on that? The deer's coat, and them come over here and get it. And I said, that water and the sunshine and all this air and all that creates the beauty in that animal, that spirit right there. And when you take all that away that creates that beauty in that animal, you create this Ahrimanic demon over here. The human could be fucking 10 times as strong. If I had now, which they won't allow it, but you know, it'd take about 7 generations. That's what they say in this material. If what's happened has happened like now, it'd take about 7 generations with the salts and the water and compost farming and everything to literally get back to a badass human being. And each generation knowing more about the zodiac, Mazzaroth, nature, and all that, because your ether body, you know, which has to do with air, you have an astral body, it's your spirit, your soul. Each generation will grow stronger. And then if you cut out the images and the black magic and stuff, the 6th generation might be able to have a dream of the 2nd generation of what they actually saw. But that has to be no corruptness within the blood and anything. And that's why they give you pills and all that and chemicals, because they don't want you remembering anything that might once have. People go, man, I had the weirdest dream, man. It's like, it's real. You're fucking crazy, Matt. You're fucking crazy, man. And it's like, well, then don't know about it. But I can tell you this, any door that opens up that somebody shuts, that's big time demons on the other side waiting for them. To remind them, this is where you could have done. But instead, you chose that demon instead. That demon nature. So, you know, and the thing is with all this comes from South, where does it come from? What is this? A bromeliad. I can't even pronounce it. The South Americas, I think. You know, but we don't understand how important this life is. This is thrown in their stores and given a price tag on it. That's why it has no spirit in it. It's because it's been corrupted. But it's got plenty of spirit. This aloe right here, which is dying. If you just get some aloe and it's like get on them salts, it's like I tell women, put that shit on. You realize how much fucking minerals is in that? And as much chemicals as we put into us, it comes out more of our nose in this area. That's what blackheads come from, and acne, it's chemicals. Arsenic. It has nothing else to do with anything. It's what we put in us. It's that easy. And the people will go, no, it's not. Okay, Ahriman. Just keep fucking denying all that shit. You keep that shit up, boy. You're going to have a real good fucking time over on the other side. It's crazy because it's like, you go to these huge structures, which are the fucking Ahriman centers, and you never question anything. They just come on in for another hour this week. Come on, y'all look good. I'm just going to sound good. It's a trick. And then they control you because they're connected to the fucking schools, and then you can't question none of it. Y'all just slowly morph into more Ahriman. No more pencils, no more chalkboards, real books. It's AI. Here, little kindergartner. Yeah, you little goy demon, Ahriman demon. Hell yeah. And I know it upset you, but I'm giving you the fucking truth. Because, I mean, I don't feel like they can do something to me because, listen, the numbers that I have coming into this world and up to my sobriety has to do with everything that's been going on for the latter part of them before even fucking burning everything down to nothing, covering it up. It goes way on back to the first one that was really given these impulses to start the materialism that we're in, which goes way the fuck back. So, all right, I love you.